Well, I think the Premier made very clear this week, as did the Finance Minister, that what they're hearing from Albertans as we have this conversation with them is that Albertans want a firm number with regards to the asset transfer that we could expect from the CPP, and the reason before they vote in a referendum on it. And I think the reason for that is actually pretty clear. Unless you know what the asset transfer number is, you can't tell seniors exactly how much more their benefits would be, and you can't tell workers how much less they would pay in premiums. We know it'll be less. We know seniors will get more, but we don't know the actual number yet. And so until we have that asset transfer number, we can't do the math to tell folks exactly what voting for an Alberta pension plan would mean in their personal life. So that's what the Premier says, and the Finance Minister says that they're hearing from Albertans, and so. Ottawa's gonna. The chief actuary's been asked to take a look at the formula. There's other groups looking at the formula to see what their interpretations are of the number. And once we let that play out, and we get that number, then the Premier has said that she'll reassess it at that time.
Okay, so that number, it may have to go to the courts before it's finally resolved. That really changes the timelines, though. I mean, you're a lawyer yourself. You know that. The Canadian courts aren't exactly fast moving, so this process could be going on for even beyond this election mandate.
Well, we'll have to see. That's very uncertain because we don't know exactly, as you say, the Court of Appeal, the Supreme Court, if they're asked to weigh in, it may take an extended period of time, but it's just key we get it right. This is people's pensions, it's seniors' pensions. I think the Premier is very committed to make sure that this is done in a very careful, legal way, and that at the end of the day, Albertans decide whether or not to proceed. And so that's the process that she's set up.
Yeah, so the Premier has recommitted it will go to referendum if we're going to go to a pension plan. Those sorts of timelines, though, would have to be set. Could we think perhaps maybe within 2 years, if we got a solid line on what the assets would be valued in a pension plan, or is a solid question, maybe 3 years? It's kind of hard to tell, I guess.
It's hard at this point to tell because it depends whether there's a negotiated solution with Ottawa and we come to a number through negotiation, or if it has to go through the courts, obviously it extends the time. So it's just too early to say how long that would take right now.
Okay, well, I thank you for taking the time to talk about it. Like I said, it was noticeably absent for such a hot-button issue. We're always curious about it, but there's lots more to cover here today and a lot of policy resolutions coming forward. So thanks for coming to talk to us today.
Thanks, Corey.
All right.
Appreciate it.